Hey, what's going on? You know who it is, you know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man. So I saw a very interesting interview with Steven Espinosa. Now, keep in mind, last month I did a quick interview with Steven Espinosa. And first of all, shout out to everybody that watched that video. That video surprisingly got a lot of views, what I'm not used to getting. But at the end of the day, it was a good look because, like I say, I'll be out there grinding. I'll really be working hard to try to get as much information and intel as I can. Now, keep in mind, he spoke about trying to get the fight done and some obstacles that was in the way, you know, Daniel Kinahan and all this kind of stuff. All right, so he did an interview with somebody else. I think it was Fight Hype. I can't remember who it was. And he was basically talking about the money and negotiations. He say they are in preliminary light negotiation, which is something that I already knew anyway, and I've known this for a long time. Now, here's the thing. I got 3 phone calls from 3 different people that's really close to the situation, that like is really working behind the scenes, and you know what I'm saying, that's what you would call deep in the game. And I heard this from 3 different people, you know, and I was told not to reveal my sources. Of course, I'm not going to reveal my sources, but once again, the sticking point or the holdup that could be in this fight is possibly the split. Now, to make everybody satisfied, I'm gonna do something different. Not that I care what people think, but just so I don't have people coming on my channel crying and whining and, you know, about, well, this, oh, you shouldn't say this, oh, see, you're hating. Look, like I said, I ain't no hater. And I'm gonna say this once again, I can say what the fuck I want to say on my channel, because like I said before, I don't have no boss and I don't answer to nobody. But due to the fact that people whine so much when I say anything about their favorite fighter that I don't like, then here they come. So here's what the problem is. And then I'm gonna compare notes, something that Goodfellas Sports TV said that made a lot of sense, which to me, if this is going on, this is just gonna make more people look even bad in this situation. All right, so here's what I've heard. As far as negotiations go, somebody that's involved in the fight is still on some 70, 30, 80, 20 stuff, which is absurd, and Bud should say hell to the no. Kiss my black ass. Then you've been hearing about somebody saying, okay, well, maybe 60-40. Then another party is saying 50-50. So that's where we are. Trying to find some, you know, find some in between. And that's what Steven Espinosa was saying, well, they want to find something that's satisfactory to both parties. And he's saying, of course, this isn't Mayweather Pacquiao, but they want people to be reasonable. Well, here's my thing. What exactly is reasonable? And see that now, keep in mind, you do remember what the dude said who worked with the PBC. You know what the Tim fella said. He basically said that they don't want to come with an offer that would be insulting to Terrence Crawford. Well, Jermell Charlo apparently supposed to show the $10 million check from Showtime. And he just had a fight. And I ain't hating on him, because that's another thing. I'm not hating on him, but I'm just telling the truth, because everybody saw it. I mean, all you had to do is just look at, you know, the aerial footage. I've been to that place. The Sports Dignity Health Center or whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called. It had so many names. That's a tennis court. I think Serena and them played, and Venus played there back in the day. That place only holds like at capacity, maybe 8,500 people, 9 at best. And that spot wasn't sold out. And like I said, I'm not trying to put down the Charlos. I'm not trying to hate, because, you know, people think that somebody's trying to attack them, but I'm just stating facts. You know, when people get mad, that's like, you know, when you tell a rapper, hey, your last album sold 3 million records, but this album only went gold, and they get mad at you for, like, basically telling the truth. So I'm just want to make sure I don't want nobody getting upset with me and all that kind of stuff, but I'm just telling the truth. The fight sold poorly. And you have to ask yourself, this is just real talk, why did they even have that fight at a tennis stadium? An undisputed fight should have been in a regular arena. So that's pretty much, you know, sums up the story. Not hate. But you've been hearing this stuff about they don't want to make an offer that's insulted to Terrence Crawford. But, well, okay, here's the thing. What are you trying to pay Terrence Crawford? If Showtime can give Jamel $10 million, and don't come on here and ask why I'm pocket watching. I'm not pocket watching. He said it out of his own mouth. He got $10 million. He said this is what a $10 million check looked like. If they can find $10 million for him, you mean to tell me they can't find $10 million for Crawford? Crawford's last fight was at an arena, and it sold out. Okay? So I'm just saying, Crawford has been averaging at least 12,000 people every time he fights. So that's real good number. And a lot of times on short notice and lack of advertisement to a certain degree. You would think the resources that ESPN got, I mean, come on, this is ESPN, ABC, Disney. They damn near got unlimited money. So Terrence Crawford was still able to get, you know, anywhere from 10 to 12,000 people in the arena. When was the last time Terrence Crawford fought at the Home Depot Center? Or formerly known as Home. There you have it right there. Terrence Crawford fights in arenas. So there you have it. And every time he fights, he draws anywhere from 1 to 2 million views. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is they like trying to play games when it comes to possibly Terrence Crawford money? And this is why people are still skeptic about this fight being made. So I'm just saying, I'm not listening to the fanagers and none of them dudes. At the end of the day, they don't be knowing what the hell they talk about. They just push the record button and they just start talking out the side of their mouth, not doing research and showing their clear bias towards somebody. Like I said before, all I want is this fight to get made. Like I said before, I don't give a damn who wins. I have an idea who I think is going to win. And that's just real talk. Here's the thing. It's not going to be the end of my channel whether Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence wins. I just move on. That's it. But at the end of the day, we going on year 4. Okay? You didn't heard excuse after excuse, obstacle after obstacle about why this fight can't get made. And I asked this question again. You got $50 million for Canelo. Actually, you got $100 million for like 3 fights for Canelo, but you can't find $15 million to give Terrence Crawford. But at the end of the day, you know, people won't call this out. You know, I just got to keep it 100. So you want to pay top dollar to the other, but you trying to shortchange the brother. But you know, I'm one of the only dudes that's calling this out, though. You know, I'm not doing the inconsistent blackness or the black when it's convenient thing. I do this every day, all day. So I'm just putting that out there. Now, hopefully, like I said before, hopefully they can find, you know, basically they can find some in between to where we can get this fight did. But to sit up here and act like you can't pay Terrence Crawford $10 million, that, you know, I don't know, man. That sounds real suspect, man. And I'm just keeping it a buck. It just needs to get said, man. That's just the truth. So hopefully they find some in between to where they could, like, you know, where everybody's satisfied, to where we can get this fight made. Because at the end of the day, Terrence Crawford is getting older, Errol Spence is getting older. These guys were in their 20s, late 20s, when they first started talking about this. Now Errol Spence 32, Terrence Crawford is 34, and it's like still we ain't, you know, still we ain't nowhere closer than we was last year. We might be a little bit closer, and it's good to hear the lip service, but at the end of the day, I've been hearing this crap for like 4 years, from everything the other side of the street, and this and that, and this gotta happen, that gotta happen, and still no fight. I'm not finna point out who out there capping and all this kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, something needs to get did, and soon. Because if this go into 2023 and it's still no fight, then at the end of the day, the interest in this fight is going to dwindle. Because you're going to be looking at, okay, well, damn, Terrence Crawford will be 35 September the 28th. Errol Spence, I think he just had his birthday. So now you're starting to look into the age factor. Now it's starting to look like, okay, well, damn, is somebody trying to age somebody out? So like I said before, we going on year 4. And it's trying to find a way to get this fight did. So like I say, Showtime looking really bad right now. Okay? Showtime looking really bad. If you can find $10 million for Jermell, and I'm not, and like I said, once again, I'm not pocket watching, but he showed the check. Then you definitely can find $10 million for Terrence Crawford then. So, like I said, people will come out looking real bad if they try to say they offer Terrence Crawford less than $10 million now, due to the fact that Jermell let everybody know what he got. Well, here's the deal. You definitely have to give Terrence Crawford more money, more than at least $10 million. You at least have to match it. And then Terrence Crawford can make an argument, hey man, like I said before, I don't even know if Terrence Crawford has ever fought in the Home Depot Center. Terrence Crawford could say, hey, I'm fighting in full-fledged arenas. I ain't fighting on no tennis court. So like I said before, this is the type of stuff we got to talk about. But like I say, nobody wants to ask that question. How you got all this money for Canelo, but then you trying to come with a lowball offer to Terrence Crawford? And people just mad because, like I said, I'm speaking the truth, because like I won't follow a script, and I'm not gonna ever follow a script, and I'm not gonna say what other dudes say. That ain't my thing. But anyway, thanks for tapping in. It's your boy Town Biz, man. I'm out.